Stranger Things 5 is in the works, and fans should anticipate the finale of this great masterpiece soon, as the first look and release date shed more light on what to expect when the Upside Down hits Hawkins again. Right from the first season of Stranger Things, released in 2016, fans have been thrilled by the strange world filled with demogorgons and many mysteries the original 4 have been trying to figure out. But things took a turn when season 4 came out with more insight into how it all started and revealed the villain Vecna, who has terrified and changed everything with the Hawkins kids. Season 4 left us with many questions, which season 5 is preparing to answer, and the first look will tell you more as we go into every detail. Stranger Things 5 officially started filming on January 8th, 2024. On July 15th, the production released a behind-the-scenes video to mark the 8th anniversary of season 1, and Caleb McLaughlin mentioned that they are about halfway through production. And in some shots taken behind the scenes, we've gotten some first looks into season 5. Season 4 ended with an absolute disaster falling on Hawkins, but the town is back and running in this first look as Hawkins High School is back in session. And for things to appear normal again in Hawkins, it means there's a time gap involved to give the characters a chance to get over the traumatic events last season and pick up life again. The series creators, the Duffer Brothers, explained in an interview in 2022 that there will likely be a time gap due to the age difference between the cast and characters. But firstly, it's essential to know how it all began again after that ending. A significant event, which many people in Hawkins believe to be an earthquake, shook Hawkins, and they all moved to the school for shelter to get their lives together before deciding on the next step. Eventually, they would all have to return to their lives, as the case was as good as closed, because even though Eddie Munson is innocent, many people believe he's the mastermind behind the demise of the teens involved, and that accusation isn't going away soon. Also, we left season 4 with Max still in a coma, which will continue in season 5 as Eleven tries to get to her in Vecna's captivity. At the end of season 4, Will also had a solid connection with Vecna, and since the Upside Down started with him, there will be many more crazy moments that season 5 will unravel with Will. Amid the drama and darkness coming in Stranger Things 5, fans are eager to find out what becomes of Will and Mike, as it appears Will is in love with him, and where this would leave Eleven is an approach we all can't wait to see. However, as previously mentioned, the first look left us with many hints, as the behind the scenes video started with a flashback to a scene in season 1. The scene involves Will being trapped in the Upside Down singing The Clash's Should I Stay or Should I Go? So, in season 5, this scene reminds fans where it all began and how the story will take shape in the finale. However, it gets better as the first look reveals most of the main cast at the WSQK radio station, but without Eleven. In this scene, we see the underground shelter of the radio station where Dustin appears to be injured. The logo of the radio station is behind Jonathan, and there are so many other details involved in this scene, with a Pink Floyd poster also in the setting. Then there's another shot involving just the original characters, Lucas, Dustin, Will, and Mike in the cafeteria, and the Duffer Brothers have already mentioned that the fans will get to see the original 4 characters again. Interestingly, they seem to be listening to a radio play and are all very focused, which could mean some insane things are happening in the background, because it's been a while since the original 4 were all alone. In season 4, they were separated, and in season 5, Will has probably returned to Hawkins High School. Even though they are all trying to go back to their normal activities, it will be highly impossible knowing the many things that have gone wrong and other stranger things to come. Another first look at the behind the scenes reveals that Hawkins High School is heavily supervised by the military, as their vehicles and some soldiers can be seen around the school. And with how everything went down last season, the military presence is now very much official in Hawkins, which will upset many things. We also saw a glimpse of the Hawkins National Laboratory in the Upside Down. Everything in the laboratory remains the same, even in the Upside Down, as the corridors, the numbered rooms, and the rainbow room room remain remarkably intact in the other dimension. In season 4, we also got to see how everything happened in the laboratory with Henry #1 and how the confrontation between himself and 11 happened. So in this first look, the room in which Henry was cast into the Upside Down to become Vecna is also featured, and that's a premise for lots more to be discovered about Project MK Ultra in season 5. So viewers should expect lots of exploration with the laboratory as more uncomfortable truths behind the project and the Upside Down dimensions are revealed. Despite many people passing away in Stranger Things, the main characters have always escaped, and in season 4, Eddie Munson was introduced, who happened to capture everyone's attention. Unfortunately, he ended up deceased. Fans have wished he made a comeback in some ways, but that might not be possible because the footage showed Dustin visiting the Roan Hill Cemetery where Eddie is buried. Towards the end of season 4, Dustin starts to admire Eddie and see him for who he is. Dustin also tried hard to save him after the Demobats attacked him but failed, and he now has to visit his grave occasionally. However, in this scene, Dustin isn't wounded yet, as we highlighted in the radio station scene mentioned earlier, but he was followed to the graveyard by some jocks, and they got into a fight with Dustin, which later left him injured. The video gets even better with more scenes involving the characters, one of them being with Will. In this scene, Will can be seen walking towards something, and he doesn't seem to be in a trance or trapped in a mindscape that Vecna puts his victims in. And the big deal about this is that it has much to do with Will's true sight. In season 4, we saw how Will felt a connection with Vecna, so seeing him like this in season 5 shows that Will can see actual events happening in the Upside Down in the present time, which is far beyond ordinary visions or manipulations. Will has this power because of his experience in season 1, where the tendril hooked him, and a direct link between him and Upside Down was established at that moment. The presence of the Mind Flayer has always been with Will, as he felt it in season 2 and season 4 when Vecna got hurt, which Will could also feel, and that will continue in season 5 as Will sees more of the real-time happenings in the Upside Down. While Will had developed a true sight for the Upside Down, the mission continues with the other characters exploring this dimension, as Nancy is seen with a gun in the footage. Mike's sister, Holly, will also be actively involved in season 5 based on the first look, where we get to see the supernatural experiences that Holly goes through. In a picture with Vecna, many fans have also concluded that the young girl behind him could be Holly. However, in the footage, we get to see Holly's room with flickered lights, which means there's a presence of the Upside Down in her room, which is affecting the lightning, and that would turn out to be a crazy scene as it shows Holly's involvement with the supernatural forces. With all of these going on in the behind the scenes video, Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11, barely appeared in the shots taken on set. The actress said that she started on the show when she was 10 and now she's 20, which has been a very long journey. Since they are only halfway through filming, it appears Millie isn't much required on set yet to appear alongside her co-stars. So the focus is all on the original other main characters. However, the actor who portrays Vecna or Henry, Jamie Campbell Bower, was also seen on set at the Creel house wearing a suit with a girl believed to be Holly in colorful outfits right behind him, which is very strange as it could mean many things. However, since season 5 is the finale of Stranger Things, there are limited numbers of new cast joining the show, but 3 newcomers, Nell Fisher, Alex Bro, and Jake Connolly, have been confirmed from the behind the scenes video. The new characters will also have their life turned around in season 5, as we've seen a bit into their characters behind the scenes. Jake Connolly plays Derek, who has been described as an outsider who's always by himself and rude. Even though he's between 8 and 10, he likes to intimidate his age mates. Derek's impact isn't yet known, but he's believed to be a part of the Turnbow family, who owns the land development and realty company. Alex Bro is playing a strange character in season 5. Even though the details about the character aren't known yet, he appears like a military undercover, which could involve dealing with the Upside Down, but the exciting thing is that he appears in a similar location as 11 in the behind the scenes, even though it might be different moments, and it shows a lot more coming. All the other main cast from season 4 are expected to return, but sadly, Joseph Quinn might not be reprising his role as Eddie, except through flashbacks. During an interview in March 2020, 2024, Millie revealed that Stranger Things still has 9 months of filming left, which means the filming will finally wrap up in December 2024. But then, an early release has been teased by the Duffer Brothers. So, with the post-production edits and promo schedules that will come up after filming, Stranger Things 5 is estimated to be released by the summer of 2025.